So, hello, Pisces, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy, and I'm going to be giving the messages for you today. This is for Pisces suns and those who have strong or significant Pisces placements in their charts. If you know what house Pisces rules and what's in there, it could give you some specific insights into those areas of your life. All right, for those of you not familiar with me or the channel and you're new, I'm known to have no filter and I don't sugarcoat my messages. So if that is not your thing, or you have children around or just don't appreciate, that kind of a message, I'm always very respectful of that. And I give you the opportunity to sign off now. Okay? Otherwise, we're going to be getting into this Piscean energy for November. Now, Pisces. I started off with a Power Thought card from my Louise Hay deck and my Archangel Oracle cards. The affirmation is divine wisdom guides me. And on the back it says, I am guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals. I am safe. You're moving through a month where your spirit is trying to let you know it's okay. Pisces is very deep. We have Neptune retrograde. It's going to be going direct. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot to take in and see clearly through. Coming out of this murky depth, right? And the emotional self. Letting your inner GPS steer you in the right direction when it comes to your feelings. As an archangel that came forward for you to call on, should you need their aid, is Archangel Raguel with Relationship Harmony. All right. And he says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Wherever there's upset in your dynamics with other people, the balance is going to be restored so that it's not chaotic. Okay, so that the dynamics in the relationships are not chaotic. As we get into the actual breakdown of the weeks with the month of November, we start off with the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Princess of Pentacles. And this Seven of Wands, it says choose your battles. And you can see there's these huge, stone faces staring at this little man and, this power stance. And it's about being strong, spiritually strong within yourself in the face of all of the thoughts screaming in your mind, trying to be louder than the others. You might have an offer made, something, in the 3D experience with the Princess of Pentacles, whether it's meeting up or an exchange of gifts or things, whatever it is that you're doing that's being given or received or being offered. You have a lot of thoughts blaring over it. Okay, whatever this exchange is or this receiving is, this giving is, whatever it is having your thoughts kind of start to scream. It might even be overwhelming. The strength that you're going to have to really find within yourself to look at all of those big shouting voices and say, like, enough. None of you are helping me, right? None of those voices, none of those opinions or thoughts are actually going to help me. Right? And as we move forward, we get the Six of Cups with the Knight of Cups. This is the Simply Love card. You might be dealing with, parent-child dynamics just because of the image on the card. It's a father and son. You might be dealing with parental dynamics, parent-child kind of relating, right? These relationships that you have or are wanting to create harmony with. They're deeper, right? They're deeper than just romance. They're a need to nurture and protect, right? These soulmate energies, these deep connections that we have that drives us to nurture and protect, with the Knight of Cups, I think this is a full extension of someone who recognizes that with the, this Knight of Cups energy. It's Aquarian and Piscean energy. It's also where Ceres is, this Aquarian Piscean border right now. And Ceres is like the broken heart chakra. She's essentially Demeter, who lost Persephone to Hades, and is why we have seasons of winter and recluse and feeling cold and ungiving, and seasons where we feel bright and creative and our light is back, our warmth is back, and all of these things. And it's almost like it brings up a lot, right? It brings up a lot of emotions, a sense of pride, a sense of also needing to protect the self, because it's the love is deep, right? The love is deep that you have for them. You want to nurture and take care of. You want to see them safe. You want to see them happy. All the things that we want for our children, even if they're adults, right? Even if they're adults or if they're friends or other family or whatever. You know what I mean? We all have this relationship when we feel protective of someone. This dynamic when we feel protective. And come, the second half of the month, we get into the Ace of Wands with the Ace of Swords. So this is a huge inspiration. This is a huge spark, where your soul song is singing. I think that you're completely in a kind of honest bliss state, to be completely fair. I think you're in this bliss state of spirit where the vibration is special. You feel ignited in the truth of your love and the depth of it, right? I'm feeling also like there's a certain amount of gratitude to be able to witness and experience your soul singing, right? To have it lit up again and have it singing. And when we get into the end of the month, we have the Three of Cups clarified by the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Now, if we go back to the guidance, Divine Wisdom guides me, and relationship harmony with Archangel Raguel. The Three of Cups is a card that's able to share and ripple abundance. It's able to, in the love department, right? It's an overflow of emotional compassion and empathy and understanding. There's a mending, right? There's a mending in the heart chakra. If you can see it on the card, the hand is outstretched and there's a heart in it that was once broken and it's glowing now and it's back together, right? There's this sharing of the love energy that that you have and that others also give to you. I think that the big challenge for you, Pisces, is becoming unattached when it's like Ceres in its winter season. You know what I mean? That detachment that you can't let your deep emotional bond and connection put you into a state of despair. Like you feel life is cruel and you feel defeated, right? This Five of Swords, Nine of Swords energy. Because there's possibly third-party energies, not necessarily third-party people, but third-party energies in a lot of your dynamics. Maybe not just romantically, this third energy, right? This third energy, whatever that is between you and you. You might have relationships with children that you wish were different, but there's a third party that's involved that, and in your mind ruins it and what it could be. Ruins the vision of what it could be. And so it's going through these really challenging moments where you're going to feel like you're possibly on an emotional roller coaster of being built up to this climactic peak, and then seeing that, these moments, as fleeting as they are, don't have to be lost, right? Especially if there are other energies outside of yourself influencing people you love and care about, and it's beyond your control. It's beyond your control. Like maybe your best friend's partner is just always interfering with their energy and what they want to do, and it is what it is because, that's just the way they are, and there's nothing you can do to really change that. they're in a committed relationship and you get whatever time and energy they can give you. You know what I mean? You understand that the third party is demanding of their energy, kind of thing. You understand that with all of your dynamics, whether it's your children and their spouse, or your friend and their partner, or their in-laws, or whoever it is, that's the third energy. A career, a job, something that needs to be taken care of, whatever the third energy is. It's understanding that when you get moments of bliss, to just truly be grateful that the universe was thinking of you and said, hey, don't miss out on this beautiful energy. Even if all of the healing has to continue afterwards, like, don't forget that these feelings exist and that you matter. And that's why, the universe provides these experiences for you. Like, you're not forgotten. Allow yourself to experience a certain level of joy. We have a lot of wands and a lot of cups on the board, and it's allowing your emotions and your spirit to come together and really not worry. Like, life is not cruel because you lose an experience that creates joy. Life is beautiful because it has moments where joy like that exists. Amongst a field of all kinds of other experiences, those ones exist. It's all about perspective. Do you really want to go into this defeatist energy where you're at a loss and you're being deprived? Or do you want to be truly grateful that moments like that exist? And that you just get better and better at creating them. And they start coming along more often. You know what I mean? Ultimately, like, if and they're not on the camera, but if the tops and bottoms of the deck, we have the Princess of Cups on the top with the Ace of Cups on the bottom. This is a flood. This is an initiation into emotional openness, vulnerability, and seeing how that cup overfloweth, how your vulnerability leads to places of extreme gratitude, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, right? Picking your battles and knowing that you can connect deeply with, certain people in your life and be completely inspired. Like, you can allow the vulnerability to open the floodgates of gratitude to rush in. This abundance of the heart that gets created. And you don't necessarily have to let the beauty of that overflow stop, because it's going to come again. It's going to come around again. It's going to come around again. It's the cycle of things. You're not losing anything. There's cycles. Just like the seasons. Winter into spring. There's cycles. And you can get hung up in the season, or you can enjoy the fact that there's always something coming back around to look forward to. It's getting in that mindset, letting your wisdom guide you. Your inner wisdom would guide you not to worry. It would guide you not to worry, because when you worry, you put stress on your dynamics. You put stress and strain on your relationships. You put pressure there. When you remove the pressure and the strain from the relationship and allow it to take its cycles, you can simply enjoy it when it's meant to be enjoyed. And go into your own energy when you're meant to go into your own energy. Create from within, and then receive without. The cycle. So, I hope this helps, Pisces. You understand and prepare what the divine is allowing you to move through to get you to a place of accepting, right? Accepting the shifts and changes of things. The beauty in being vulnerable. And experiencing, and not being upset or overly attached to the loss of it, because what is yours is always meant to be yours, and it will always come back around. And if joy is always meant to be yours and balance is always meant to be yours, it will always come back around. Especially in our parent-child type dynamics, where we nurture and protect someone, and we can't help it that we feel that way about them, that we want to just love them and take care of them and do anything we can to see them happy. You know what I mean? Like, we can't help it that we feel that way. It's a parental dynamic. and being able to, get comfortable with letting our kids leave the nest and visit on holidays is kind of something we all eventually not just get used to, but start looking forward to, So with that said, if you want more from me, you can check out the description, my Patreon. I post there every day the daily cosmic currencies so that you know what is going on in the astrology and how that's affecting everybody in the collective and what people are moving through and what challenges come up and how to kind of, get through all that, different choices that can be made. So that, if you want that, it is down below. Otherwise, this is Divine Rebel Racy signing off. Remember always, guys, love each other. And most importantly, love yourselves. Take care.